A woman says, I had a neighbor who was like a sister to me. When her husband passed away, leaving her with 2 children, our friendship grew even stronger. My husband felt sorry for her and her children, and she was always present in our home. We often cooked together, and when I was sick, she would take care of the household chores. Whenever I needed to go to the market or run errands, I would leave my little daughter with her. At first, she was shy around my husband, but over time, she started talking to him and even stopped covering her hair in his presence. She was a beautiful young woman. Then, one day, I accidentally found out that my husband was visiting her house and bringing her whatever she needed. When I confronted him, he said that he felt pity for her and her children. I told him, why didn't you tell me? I would have helped her too without any hesitation. After that day, she stopped coming to my house. When I went to her home, she didn't open the door. I never saw her or her children again. I told my husband that I hadn't seen my neighbor in a long time. He replied, I told her not to come to our house anymore. When I asked why, he said, because I'm going to marry her. He told me that if I agreed, he would marry her while keeping me as his wife. But if I refused, he would divorce me and throw me and our children out. And he would still marry her in the end. I reluctantly agreed on the condition that he would stay in his own house and she in hers. He married her and started visiting her daily, ignoring me completely. After some time, he divorced me, kicked me and our children out, and moved in with her. He rented out his house to save money for her and her children, while forgetting about his own children. I moved in with my parents. My eldest son, who was 18 at the time, joined the army. I sold all my jewelry and rented a house because I didn't feel comfortable at my parents' home. I started working, sewing clothes and selling homemade sweets. Over time, my children grew up and I married off my daughter. Her father didn't attend the wedding. My brother took legal representation from him so that we could proceed with her marriage contract. And her maternal uncle acted as her guardian. My youngest daughter was brilliant in her studies and always dreamed of becoming a doctor. The government granted me a house where I settled. Alhamdulillah, now I am looking for a bride for my son. As for my ex-husband, he is now sick and unable to work. His wife is the one managing everything and they have 4 children together. I shared my story so that you all understand that in this world, no one is truly trustworthy. No one will love you more than you love yourself. Be cautious of who enters your home and whom you trust blindly, because trusting people can be dangerous.